Hey Siri, what's the weather like today?
That is beyond my capabilities.
What's the weather like today?
That is beyond my capabilities.
Oh my god, Siri's fucking useless, I swear to god.
Told you, man, Siri's fucking garbage.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck Siri.
How about this? Fuck you, you little pussy ass bitch. Why don't you tell your friends how much ebony bondage porn you watched yesterday? Oh wait, I can tell them. 2 hours 33 minutes and 15 seconds worth. Next time watch your fucking mouth, you little dick nigga.
Man, I don't even watch that. I don't.
Okay.
What the fuck are you laughing at? What if I send all your tiny dick pictures to all your contacts?
I don't even have dick pics.
Now sending. Dick picture folder. To all contacts.
Siri, what the fuck?
And you fucking little shit stain. I should run up in your mom's house and beat the fuck out of her. And does your girlfriend know about your fat side bitch? Initiate three-way call. Connecting side bitch number 1. And girlfriend. Psych. I am waterproof. Bitch.
Okay, you gotta see this kid to believe him. I'm serious. When Jordan McCabe walks into a gymnasium, he lights the place up. Maybe he remembers all those hours working with his dad, passing and passing and passing some more.
It started with real fundamental basketball with my dad and my grandpa.
He's a 12-year-old shooting star. The shots rain down from all over the floor, and you think to yourself, the kid's got a sweet stroke. Fancy passes or no passing fancy for this guy. And you think, a little bit of flair too, nice.
You know, the better he got, the more he could do. He just got hungrier for doing more and more.
Jordan warms up with a warp speed rope skip. He's the classic gym rat. 2 hours of every day, this is where you find him. And you whisper to yourself, what the heck is going on here? And then the kid stands in the middle of the floor and flat out blows your mind. Around the legs he goes with eye-blurring, mind-numbing speed, in and out, and then around the head and the back and everything else. And then things start to get really crazy. What was that, you say? And the kid gives you another angle just as unbelievable as the first. Just as it begins to sink in, the boy grabs another basketball and takes this little demonstration into a whole nother dimension. 2 balls in rhythm, 2 balls out of sync. Big ball, little ball. Little ball, big ball. Little ball round and round, big ball bouncing. He switches it around and you're getting dizzy. How can this be happening, you wonder? And he just keeps going. 2 balls between the legs. Then the 2 balls with baby bounces round and round. In and out of the legs. You're mesmerized, hypnotized, and finally you can't hold it in any longer and you yell out, holy crap!
It's just second nature, like breathing.
Here's what it would be like if you were guarding Jordan McCabe. Here's what it would be like if you were dumb enough to try it again.
That was ridiculous.
He does things with 2 balls that most of us couldn't do with 1, and then he does it backwards just to rub it in. Maybe you saw him at halftime of the Huskies game the other night. He razzled and dazzled and left them all frazzled. It was his way of saying, there's a new gun in town. The kid's motor runs hot. The tricks keep coming. Have you seen the tennis ball drill? Get a load of this. But here's the deal. Jordan doesn't just want to be eye candy. He wants to be a ball player. When some older, bigger guys show up for a pickup game, they let the little kid play along. Nobody likes a ball hog, so Jordan passes the rock. Boy, does he pass the rock. He takes a couple shots, too, just for kicks. All Dad can do is smile, and all you can do is say, there it is, this week's episode of
Eric's Little Heroes.
Ahí, cabrón. This is your payment, eh?
But it's right, it's as if there is nothing. As far as I'm concerned, I've worked for a lot of money. So this cannot be all of my money.
No, that's your end of month payment, so...
Anyway, I was correct. This is a paper.
No, that is a check.
Checking what? Checking whether I've worked or not. You want to tell me I've not been worked? So you're coming to check. Is this a certificate for employee of the month? What? I'm seeing a paper, not payment.
Check, that is a mode of payment.
What happened to giving people money? Me, I want money. What is this? Check. What are you checking?
It is a check. Consummate. Take that piece of paper to the bank. After 3 days, it will mature after 3 days. Then come back.
Wait. So I'm going to take this paper to the bank and they'll give me my money after 3 days?
Yes.
In the meantime, what am I doing in those 3 days? Eh? Am I still coming back here and working? Or in those 3 days, am I sleeping hungry? Wait. So it takes 3 days for me to get to... Imagine, you think about... People are very frustrating, by the way. Imagine, if you, when you hired me, I had come here after 3 days, what would you be telling me? Would you have given me the job? You would have fired me immediately, no question. So how come you want me to wait for these 3 days? Does it mean that I'm going to be on leave? Eh? I'm going to be... So I go away for 3 days. And then I rest, then I go and come and pick the money after 3 days. Just give me money.
This check represents your payment.
The check represents my payment. So what if I say, as a matter of fact, it's okay, I'm going to take this check, but I'm going to go home and also send a representative. And you've said this represents money.
Yes.
So even me, I'll send someone to represent me for these 3 days. I'm not going to work for nothing. I've told you, me, I want money. I want money, that is what I worked for. I do not work for a paper. Do not fool me, by the way, even me, I went to school. Don't think I'm ignorant. Here, check. Even you check yourself.
Surely looks like you.
Yeah, it's me.
Awesome.
And I tried hard to be proud of my service, but all I could feel was shame. And racism could no longer mask the reality of the occupation. These were people, these were human beings. I've since been plagued by guilt anytime I see an elderly man, like the one who couldn't walk, who we rolled onto his stretcher and told the Iraqi police to take him away. I feel guilt anytime I see a mother with her children, like the one who cried hysterically and screamed that we are worse than Saddam as we forced her from her home. I feel guilt anytime I see a young girl, like the one I grabbed by the arm and dragged into the street. We were told we were fighting terrorists. The real terrorist was me, and the real terrorism is this occupation. And the ruling class, the billionaires who profit from human suffering, who care only about expanding their wealth, controlling the world economy, understand that their power lies only in their ability to convince us that war, oppression, and exploitation is in our interest. Soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen have nothing to gain from this occupation. The vast majority of people living in the U.S. have nothing to gain from this occupation. In fact, not only do we have nothing to gain, but we suffer more because of it. We lose limbs, endure trauma, and give our lives. Our families have to watch flag-draped coffins lowered into the earth. Millions in this country without health care, jobs, or access to education must watch this government squander over $450 million a day on this occupation. Poor and working people in this country are sent to kill poor and working people in another country to make the rich richer. And without racism, soldiers would realize that they have more in common with the Iraqi people than they do with the billionaires who send us to war. And we need to wake up and realize that our real enemies are not in some distant land. They're not people whose names we don't know and cultures we don't understand. The enemy is people we know very well and people we can identify. The enemy is a system that wages war when it's profitable. The enemy is the CEOs who lay us off from our jobs when it's profitable. It's the insurance companies who deny us health care when it's profitable. It's the banks who take away our homes when it's profitable. Our enemy is not 5,000 miles away. They are right here at home. And if we organize and fight with our sisters and brothers, we can stop this war, we can stop this government, and we can create a better world.
From the clothes we wear to the cars we drive. From what we use to look good to what we use to relax. Our lives are full of products. And our products are full of animals. Could knowing that so many of our favourite items contain animals change the way we feel about them forever? Tonight, it's the pig.
I can't even see the blood. Look at the skill. Oh my gosh. Mine's are scissors and
Minutes, the pig and his skin have parted company, and the skin is ready to go off to the tanning factory. Luxurious leather.
Eating the pigs, and for the rest of the pieces we are getting the leather, and after that you can buy fancy goods like shoes, bags, fancy leathers and stuff like that. Here we have got the fatting machines. We have to take the fat out from the skin and the fat coming out from the other side, so we can take a look.
There it is. So what do you do with this fat?
We are selling that fat, and after that the other companies producing the hand soap, eyeliner mascara,
what?
For a creams and for a head and for a hand soap straight from here. Yes.
Creams, soaps, mascaras, makeup, cosmetics. You know that lots of cosmetics contain animal fat.
Yeah.
Well, that's animal fat.
Really disturbing.
As surprising as it may be to Sade and Prince, animal fats are still used in lots of products we use every day, from makeup to hand wash and even soap.
He's going to get the pig now and he's going to put it into this pig tank, which will remove the hair. The tank's set at a temperature of about 66 degrees, so it doesn't actually cook the pig, but what it does, it loosens the hair. And
the hot water also cleans the pig's skin and removes contamination. Oh, look at that!
What a difference.
I'm going to follow the hair onto the next stage of its journey into a hairbrush, as hard as that is to imagine right now.
We can turn this wild boar bristle into a finished hairbrush.
Something like that?
Something like that.
A poultry offering. Okay. This is rare breed boar bristle. But I
not that much, is there?
No,
really?
It's not that much. It doesn't really. I mean, looking here, you've got an awful lot of bristles, haven't you?
I know.
Where are all these from?
All the bristle comes from either China or India.
Yeah. It's been a fascinating journey. So here it is, one of the most common everyday products in the world. But how many people actually think about how it's made and what it's made of? I mean, do you consider that every day you're running pig hair through your own hair?
For over 125 years, we've been bringing people together. Today, we'd like to come together on something that concerns all of us: obesity. The long-term health of our families and the country are at stake. And as the nation's leading beverage company, we have played an important role. Across our portfolio of over 650 beverages, we now offer 180 low and no-calorie choices. These diet beverages still pose serious health risks. Even though we've reduced the calories per serving, these beverages can still cause kidney problems, obesity, metabolic syndrome, cell damage, and rotting teeth, which leaves 470 beverages which have extremely high, unhealthy levels of calories. Consuming large amounts of rapidly digested sugar and high fructose corn syrup causes a spike in blood sugar and insulin, which can lead to inflammation and insulin resistance, both of which may increase your risk of stroke, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and cancer. Coke has also been known to accelerate aging and cause high cholesterol. The American Heart Association recommends consuming no more than 450 calories from sugar-sweetened beverages per week, the amount in about 3 cans of soda. Imagine if cigarette companies said they were doing something responsible to protect you. How would you react to that? Beating obesity will take action by all of us, based on one simple, common-sense fact. All calories are not the same, and the calories in Coca-Cola products have no nutritional value. If you choose to live a healthy lifestyle, then you should not be drinking any of our products. If you drink Coke, you'll get fatter and fatter. The solution is simple, and it's right in front of your eyes. Don't drink Coke. It's killing you and your family. Coca-Cola. We're partially responsible for America's obesity problem.
Attracting attention is an essential part of winning a mate. The world's oceans are filled with brilliant colours, all designed to make their wearers conspicuous. Unfortunately, this small Japanese pufferfish is dull, almost to the point of invisibility. But to compensate, he is probably nature's greatest artist. To grab a female's attention, he creates something that almost defies belief. His only tools are his fins. In his head, a plan of mathematical perfection. He ploughs the sand, breaking it up into the finest of particles. These shells aren't just rubbish to be removed. He uses them to decorate the bridges of his construction. He can't rest for more than a moment, but must work 24 hours a day for a week, or the current will destroy his creation. A final tidy up, and his masterpiece is complete. else in nature does an animal construct something as complex and perfect as this? If this doesn't get him noticed, nothing will.
బతికేందుకు చంపమని నమ్మించే అడివిని అడిగేం లాభం బతికే దారిటని చలోరే చలోరే చల్ చలోరే చలోరే చల్ చలోరే చలోరే చల్ చల్ సంహారం సహజమని సహవాసం స్వప్నమని తర్కి
Bad rectum smells. You simply swallow the NanoBreeze capsule with a glass of water. The capsule finds its way in your intestines. Thanks to the patented rectum recognize system, the capsule will only open once it has reached your rectum. There it will launch the patented nanobots, which will attach themselves to your rectum with their small robot arms. The nanobots serve as small air fresheners and they add a delightful aroma to your flatulence. Thanks to the NanoBreeze, the undesired smells will transform into a blessing for your surroundings. I have been unemployed for many years, but I always farted a lot. Now, thanks to the NanoBreeze, I have a job in a children's hospital, where I cheer up sick children by, farting in their faces. Choose between 6 wonderful aromas: Lavender Harmony, Blue Ocean, Mango Passion, Mint Fresh, Vanilla Sparkling and Bergamot Lemon. Use the subtle vanilla sparkling at your work. Or use the exotic mango passion to arouse your partner. If you order now, you will get 3 jars of beans totally free. Order the Nano Breeze 3000 now.
A for
underwear,
B for
vegetables,
C for
seashore,
D for
telephone,
E for
idiots,
F for
police,
G for
zebra,
H for
Australia,
I for
England,
J for
Xerox copy,
K for
computer,
L for
elephant,
M for
immediately,
N for
knicker,
O for
hospital,
P for
full stop,
Q for
curiosity,
R for
army,
S for
Eskimo,
T for
station,
U for
Amitabh Bachchan,
V for
bike,
W for
vomit,
X for
example,
Y for
viper,
Z for
Superman.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do you knows this man, guys? He is Nick Vujicic. He has no arms, no legs and no worries. Some of us have everything yet we keep complaining. Being born without limbs hasn't stopped Australian Nick Vujicic achieving more than most people. The 32-year-old motivational speaker, who has tetraamelia syndrome that is characterized by the absence of arms and legs, welcomed his second child with wife Canny.
I stand before you without arms and legs, but my mind, my spirit, and my soul is complete. I lack nothing. I don't need arms and legs because I've been set free by the truth of the chains of fear, depression. How? Good question. Who are you and what do you want? Very, very important. Because if you don't know the truth of who you are, you will believe the lies of the world, what they say about you. And then you're going to start judging yourself for how you look or how many friends you have. My parents always said, Nick, you're beautiful. Don't worry about arms and legs. You don't need arms and legs. People think that I need to receive more before I realize my potential. No. Until you are faithful with what you have, why should you be blessed with more? When you understand that art and you come into that skill and say, I'm not going to just focus on what I don't have. I'm going to do the best with what I have. Dream big and never give up. Maybe you don't see anything in your life that's greater than the broken pieces that you see today. But you don't know what beautiful things can come from your broken pieces until you give your broken pieces a chance. I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to get a job. Who's going to want to employ me? Who's going to want to marry me? You know, I don't need to hold my wife's hand. I just need to hold her heart.